Welcome back to the show, everybody, here on a Friday. Normally, a retreat has a connotation of like you scale back or like you're withdrawing and everything like that. I'm going to tell you about a retreat now that basically had a bunch of young people really make some progress and really move forward. It was the Inafamalik Manhoban Marianas Cultural Immersion Retreat, and it ran last month. We have several members of the organization right there. They're going to share their experiences, what they learned, and why this was so meaningful to them. Let's get started right in the middle of the KUM News Zoom room with Miss Eva with the Inafamalik Youth. Good morning and Hafa Always good to see you. Oops. Got to unmute.
Tumalo. That's usually what happens on Zoom. Buenas and good morning. Have a day. Buenos dias. Jason, Chris, Sabrina, KUAM, our family here at KUAM. Thank you for having us on again. I'm really excited to bring our youth from across the Marianas here. We have a representation from Guahan, Luta, Tinian, and Saipan. So just to kind of introduce what we're doing and a reminder of who we are, Inafamalik Youth Heritage Program is a program that's designed for Indigenous youth to empower themselves by connecting to our roots and to each other. So they'll be able to tell you a little bit more about the 2-week immersion trip that we had in Luta and the kind of impacts that it made in their lives. In addition to that trip, we did have, we came on earlier in KOAM and we were soliciting people to join our summer camps. So our summer camp kind of expanded to all of the islands, and we did have the one that was running out of Sagan Kotsura and Samoru for about 5 weeks on Guahan. And then we also had satellite camps at each of the islands where the youth on those islands also got the opportunity to be a part of Inafamalik Youth and to take field trips and participate in different cultural activities. So again, our 2-week retreat was the culmination of those sessions and also just brought all of the youth together. One of our intentions was to really celebrate our culture, understand the things that connect us, and to embrace each other again in this generation as one Marianas. So again, this was made possible. Inafamalik Youth Heritage Program is run out of Sanctuary Incorporated, a grant awarded by the Administration of Native Americans. And this particular grant, Inafamalik Manhoban Marianas, was granted to us by the Northern Marianas Humanities Council. And so we collaborated with CNMI Indigenous Affairs and the Rhoda Mayor's Office. And I just want to go ahead and shout out all of our collaborators who really made this happen, because none of that would have been possible without our staff, the dedication from the Rhoda Mayors and Indigenous Affairs. We really helped take care of these kids while we were in Luta. So again, thank you for having us. We are happy to bring and to share some good news about what's happening and what's coming up in our islands.
Very cool. Okay, so I'd like to go around. I'm going to call each of you out just to do some introductions and everything like that, and say where you're from. So let's start with Landon in the orange shirt there. Half a day, Landon.
Half a day. My name's Landon Natalie. I come from the island of Rhoda.
All right, Luta in the house.
Yeah.
On a clear day, if we go all the way up to the most northern part of Guam, like almost near the Air Force Base and everything, we can see you guys. True story. On a real clear day, we can see Luta. So very good to have you here. We've also got Melody and Constance Cruz. Buenas, ladies.
Buenas. I'm Melody. I'm from the island of Guam. I'm Constance, and I'm from the island of Guam.
Okay, what village are you guys?
Santa Rita.
Okay. 828 phone code. Very nice. So good to have you guys. Wait, 828 is Santa Rita, right?
No, it's 565.
Oh, 565. Oh, yeah. Wait, what am I? No, 828 is that's Marita. Oh, man. I need to look at the phone book more. I've been on my cell phone too much. Okay, so let's go to Wilson right now. So, Hafide Wilson, man, I love that virtual background, dude.
Just Marcy. Buenas and Hafide. My name is Wilson Tadeo, born and raised on the beautiful island of Saipan, although I now reside here on the beautiful island of Guam.
Very cool. Okay, where in Saipan are you from?
Cagman.
Nice. I've got friends in Cagman. Very, very nice. Okay, let's go to Gerald Castro. Gerald, how you doing, man?
Hello, good morning. My name's Gerald, and I'm from the island of Saipan.
Okay, cool. Whereabouts in Saipan?
Kagman.
Okay, hey, we got two Cagman kids here. Very, very cool. Hopefully some more. Let's go to Lucas Manglonia right now. Lucas, outside. That's a great shot. Good weather today, man. How you doing, bro?
Good morning. My name is Lucas. I'm from the island of Tinian.
Hey, all right. Half a day to Tinian. All of our familia up in Tinian. Hello to you across the Marianas here. And last but certainly not least, we have Hombre Hokog. Half a day. Buenas.
Good morning. My name is Hombre Hokug, and I am from the island of Tinian.
All right, okay. So we got a really, really good mix here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me just ask you real quick. Raise your hand if you guys speak Chamorro at home, like full time.
Do it.
Okay, cool. That's a good mix, and I think very representative. So when and you guys can just unmute yourselves and jump in here as you see fit. But when you guys took part in this immersive retreat, where you were surrounded by, our shared culture, and we always say one Marianas, right? We speak the same language, we have the same sense of family, reverence for women, taking care of our young, respecting our elders and everything like that. When you were completely surrounded with that and immersed with that in the experience, what did that mean to you about your sense of self and, being able to interact with other people and how you now know, your heritage? Just go ahead, just jump in, you guys, as you see fit. It's cool.
I thought that it was really great meeting people from other islands because at first I thought that we were all different, but when we got together in Rhoda, I found out that we are all the same and we can all relate in a lot of things.
Very, very true. That's a beautiful message, Lucas. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so anybody else want to share about maybe what you learned about our culture that you maybe didn't know prior? Anything like about language or about like traditions or customs that we have, or maybe even some like Lucas said, maybe some of the things that maybe are differences between Guam and Tinian and Rota and Saipan, but then now we know that we're basically more alike than you might think.
I think they're shy, so
No
funny to
problem.
see.
Okay,
Okay.
I don't speak like the best Chamorro, but I know the word mamalau, and that's completely okay because it's okay to be bashful. That's cool because having some humility and showing respect, of course, is a big part of our culture. So Miss Eva, maybe you can set it up a little bit. What was the program like, and exactly what types of activities did these amazing young people go through?
Yeah. Why don't we talk about one of the things we can talk about maybe was the island sharing. Can one of you tag in about sharing about your islands and how you got to do that and what that felt like?
So we had this activity, and we were talking all about our islands and explaining the differences of what we had. And I'm from Guam, and learning about all the other islands and how much Guam is bigger than them, it really showed a difference because we're more modernized than how it is on the other islands. And even with speaking Chamorro and understanding it, most of us from Guam, we didn't grow up with that type of opportunity. Yeah, to hear it. We're more in when they talk to us, it's more in English, so we don't really understand it. But being in Rhoda and being around that type of with those type of people, we appreciate it more, basically.
Yes.
That's a very good point. Okay, now can I ask you, did you guys spend some time talking about the differences we have between all four of the islands when it comes to food? Yeah, tell me about the food because I've lived on Guam almost my entire life, and until I actually went up and visited my friends in Saipan, and had the apigigi and had the ice keki and everything like that, I was like, okay, this is a completely different thing. I'm in love. I've fallen in love twice in my life. Apigigi was the other time. Yeah, so tell me about some of the differences in food.
Yeah, tell him about the indigenous ice keki that you guys got in NMI.
In Tinian and Rhoda, it's like mostly fresh foods,
Right.
and then but like in Saipan, there's like a lot of fast food places, but there's still like some fresh foods in Saipan, and then even in Guam, like I don't think fresh food is that common there, is it?
Well, we got a lot of restaurants and we got a lot of fast food places, but we try and have that's a very good point, Lucas, because we try and have like there's farmers markets that are here now. We try and encourage people like to learn about our agricultural practices from our
Right, yeah.
ancestors and everything, and like live be able to live from the land too.
You know what's interesting, guys, is so if you're from the NMI, right, when you're coming to Guam, all the Guam people, they want kind of the same thing, right? If they know you're coming from Luta, they're like, oh, can you bring a zuzu, or oh, can you bring kamuti, right? If you're coming from NMI or Saipan, it's like, oh, can you bring a pigigi, or oh, can you bring the blueberry bread, right? So how about the ones from Guam here? What do we bring from Guam to the NMI?
McDonald's.
Yeah. Hey, I'm proud to be from Guam too. I'm proud of the way we barbecue here. Like we take a lot of pride, like in all of our village fiestas, in the way we barbecue. If it's chicken, if it's pork, if it's ribs, and everything like that. That says a lot about what neighborhood you're from, what village you're from, what
Yeah.
family you're from.
But when you eat at a table in the NMI, and you guys know, of course, I love Guam, but and probably Guam people are gonna hate on me for this, but there's
boy.
just so many things you don't even see, right? Like they have all that pickled papaya, the orange one, the coco they call it. There's always a zuzu. I mean, here in Guam, like our zuzu, it's a pot in the back for the family. But there, I freaked out when I ate. Like, whoa, damn! Everybody gets like 2 zuzu, right? And you're right. There's so much fresh. There's like, okay, you want tinali guaca, you want any kind of fresh. When I was in Tinian, you're right. It was all cow, everything.
Yeah, I think one of the things that they were sharing with me earlier, and maybe a couple of them can speak on this, is part of aside from, or in addition to the culture and the language that we were, immersed in, it was also just the natural resources that exist, like in Rhoda. So just the abundance of everything, like what Chris is talking about, how you can go to a hosting, like a dinner, and there's like, they have some lobster on the table if that's the season, or they have the tinala. So maybe one of the boys can talk about the abundance of resources that they were witnessing, or maybe si hombre, you can share a little bit about your appreciation for that in Lutha.
In Rhoda, I didn't expect it to be that beautiful and abundant of like resources. It showed me that like it showed me that, or is it okay if I talk about like my experience on Rhoda, Senora?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, please
All
share.
right. So like Rhoda really opened my eyes and changed me as a person and the way I view my culture. It changed me because before I went on that trip, I held a lot of ego. I held a lot of anger, complaints, and war with myself. But the people I was surrounded by totally made me forget about all of that. They made me genuinely happy with myself and everyone and everything around me. They made me not worry about the past or the future, only the present, because after all, life is a gift. Living in the present, life is a gift. Without this program, I probably would have never been able to remember who I am as a Chamorro, especially with all that's going on now in the world. But this Anaphemolic program gave me a chance, gave me an opportunity. And God knows I'm more than glad that I took advantage of that. I could only imagine how I would be living if I hadn't have gone. The reason I'm so confident and happy to be here with you guys right now is honestly because of the program. The program made me forget all my worries and made me question what even is worry? Does that even exist? When I say Rhoda and Anaphemolic or something else, I mean it. Especially since I consider myself spiritually woken. Rhoda and the whole Anaphemolic really made me appreciate literally everything. From the fresh air we breathe, to the birds flying freely in the sky, to all the clouds that pass by. Nothing but beauty. It's all in the way you think. Quote, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Thank you.
Tell you, man, nicely done.
Thank you.
And you know what? I want to end there because that was absolutely beautiful. But Miss Ava, I want to end on this real quick. There were a bunch of pictures, we showed them and everything. I know you captured like the experience and everything like that. Is there any place on social media where people can find out, maybe follow you guys or see more?
Yes, absolutely. And I do want to just put a disclaimer that we were so busy being immersed that we didn't post a lot of what we have. So we have the youth who are going to be taking over the page and who will be posting up. But you can always follow us on Instagram. That's at Anaphemolic Youth. And then also on Facebook, the same thing. It's Anaphemolic Youth. So thank you for giving us this time and a very wonderful share of what kinds of impacts that we've made and what we've taken with us. If you need a de-stress or find some peace of mind, go up to Luta because it is the best, right? It's the best place to be. So
and you can hang out with Hombre and you can share that amazing sentiment again. Hombre, I don't know what your career aspirations are, but if you ever want to work in tourism, come to Guam and you can work for GVB over here because that was a beautiful message. They really appreciate it, man. You got a wonderful career in visitor arrivals, my friend. Okay, guys, thank you very much. We got to go to commercial break, but thank you for sharing your words, your feelings, and your pride.
All right.
Okay, adjust. We'll see you guys, and we'll see you guys with more of The Link when we return right after.